Hi everyone, today I thought I would do a little flip through my Enchanted Forest book. This is the one I'm currently working through, and I just thought because the video I did recently of Magical Jungle with a partial flip through seemed really popular, I thought you might like to see this one as well. Now this goes back further, so it's got some pictures that are really quite old as well as some more recent ones that I've done. So I thought I would just show you what I'd done, have a little bit of a chat about what I was doing with each of them. So this one's fairly recent. I probably did this one within the last year, and I played around. I've got some Prismacolors there in the background and mainly polychromos for that one. I really like this sort of shade of green, so I was playing around with that quite a bit. And then this one has a bit of a confession to go with it. I wrote my name in and it wasn't central. So I put a little kiss, a little cross there just to try and, because once I put that circle in, which I tried to get exactly central, it looked really strange. So I had to just extend my name. So that was a bit of a mistake. That's how I covered it over. I think this background is done with Holbein pastels, pastel pencils, pastel coloured pencils. So that's that one. Now that was quite recent. Normally I do the name page first, but I didn't with this one. So I think this one was for a colouring group sort of competition or challenge. It wasn't really a competition, to do an Earth Day picture in lots of greens. I'm pretty sure that was that one. And this one I just had a lot of fun with. I wanted to use some really bright colours and see how it all worked out. So that was interesting for me. As you can see, there's a lot that I haven't done. This one, we'll go to that one in a minute. This one's done quite early on, and it was for a Halloween challenge, and you had to include a pumpkin. So I traced a pumpkin and made it into sort of wallpaper in the background because I thought it worked with the whole autumnal sort of feeling of the squirrel picture. So that was that one. This one did a lot more recently, and I decided to sort of contrast, make it cold. This is nice warm colours, doesn't make it cold colours, and I had a bit of fun with that. And it's quite an experimental background. It's a mixture of pinks and purples and blues all together, which was a bit new for me, but I sort of wanted to mix up all the colours I'd done around the owl. Now this one, I remember someone had done rainbow colour flowers. This is quite old as well, and it inspired me to do some rainbow colours in, and then I just mixed it in with normal sort of flower leaf colours, so that was quite fun. This one, I can't really remember much about doing this one. It must have been quite a while ago. But I love doing blackberries. These are done in Prismacolor. Now how I can tell, because the white dots that I've drawn on them have gone pink, and that always happens with the Prismacolors, doesn't happen with the polychromos. This I did this Christmas, this year, and I want to do a wintry feel. It's quite hard to see, but there's lots of snow and on the leaves and things. I don't know how easy it is to see. And it's got a pastel background. I was playing with the new pastels that I got for Christmas, so that was fun. This one I did a really long time ago, and I was experimenting with this background, which I had a lot of fun with, and doing different colours of shading within one leaf. So I really enjoyed that. I ought to have a go at doing something like that again. Now this one was a challenge to do a picture in the style of an artist. Now I used, there's a guy, I'm trying to remember his name, Leonid Afremov or something like that. I can't remember exactly. I'll try and think. But he does these sort of street lamp scenes with wet pavement and all the colours in the background and bright colours. So I was influenced by him. So that's that one. And I drew in these lampposts because I thought it was fairly easy, and I drew these circles. I drew around something, I think it was a roll of sticky tape or something, and just drew this, and I actually drew it on tracing paper and traced it on because although it's quite a simple shape, I wasn't very confident. And what I've noticed is that I've got the light shining on that side of that lamppost, but it's on that side of that tree. I guess it's coming from that lamppost, but I don't know why that would be on the side, so it's a bit strange, but hey ho, it was fun to do. Now this was a Easter challenge to add a daffodil into the picture. So what I did here was I took a flower of Johanna's from a different page in the book that looked a bit like a daffodil, and I traced it in, and this is a tree that I traced in as well from a different page, and then just coloured it in as a background. And again, I got a bigger roll of sticky tape, drew around it and did the sun. And this one I used a tutorial from a book, from Helen Elliston's book, to do the, excuse me, the acorns, which was great fun. And then just decided I wanted to make the leaves look really interesting. So did them all with a graduated colour. This one was not coloured by me. My niece and nephew coloured this when we were on holiday together. We did one together later in the book, and then I disappeared off. I came back and they said, we've coloured this one, and it was so lovely. Look, they've even drawn in the key to the chest, so that was really lovely. And this one I used a different Helen Elliston book to do the background. I didn't feel the mountains were particularly successful. Maybe these are okay, but this is the edge is a bit too dark on this one, I think. But I like the way these bushes came out and the grass. So that was fun. And of course Mr. Fox in the front there. Now this one I was heavily influenced by Ness Butler's version of this picture, which was lovely. I think I made a bit of a mistake with the caterpillar here. He's very, I thought I've got this colour here, so I'll make him the same and it'll sort of balance it, but I'm not really sure if it's done that. I think it's just made him look a little bit strange. But anyway, I had great fun with this picture. It took me ages and I really, really enjoyed it. I just didn't want it to end. This was quite an early one as well that I did. I had great fun. There's nothing much to say about this one. It was just great fun. I remember taking a photo and drawing a little elf or something to stand there in the photo that I took of it, but I didn't actually draw him on. It was just a bit of fun. And this one I did quite recently actually. I just felt in the mood for doing something quite simple, and so I just did this and did little dots and things. It was quite fun. Now this one I was experimenting. I don't know if you can see, there's a bit of a shine on the pages. The light, there we go. The light, this is the copper or bronze, I can't remember, I think it's copper, Polychromos pencil that I used for the background on that. I was just really experimenting with some really plain colours and leaving a lot white. I just want to see how it worked. Now this page is filthy. I don't know if you can see, it's really, really dirty from all the black has come off onto here. And I do put papers in between if I colour near to it, but I think it's just gone through because it's so dark. And this this is silver pencil, which I don't think you can see, and I just wanted it to sort of contrast with the copper, so I kept it quite plain. Now this one I was experimenting with my Holbein pastel pencils for the background. I wanted to see how well they would blend. I was quite pleased with that, and I had some fun trying to make this really stand out and look quite bold. Well, this is a more recent experiment with some pastels, just to see if I could get a gradient of sunset, but I'm not, and I use Posca pen for these, but I don't think my choice of orange colour was really very successful. But anyway, that was that one. Let's go through. I'm not sure if we've got, oh yeah. Now this one I was trying contrasting colours. Also, I used to have a house I lived in, and we painted the walls terracotta and orange and yellow with purple carpet, and the colours went really well, I thought, so I did that sort of colour combo with sort of gold tree, so I had fun messing around with that. And this one I wanted to stick to a restricted colour palette, so I chose just one sort of type of greens and then just these muted tones for this bit. I did those quite a long time ago. Oh, this is my current work in progress, this page. I'm working on this one at the moment. It's taken me about a week just to get this far. You probably may have seen my video on how to do the stones and maybe how to do this bit as well. I'm just trying to do little snippets of videos while I do it to have a bit of fun with it. So you see I've got paper in between the pages just to protect everything. Ah yes, we have a sort of double sunsetty going on here. This one I did quite a while ago. I had a lot of fun with this using, it's nice to do this sort of background when it's quite a small area, although it's complex because of all the little details in there. It's much easier to get a nice easy blend, I find, when you've got a smaller area to use. So that's what I found with that one. And I also was playing around with gold, which I hadn't done much of then, so I did a bit of gold here. Now this one, a much bigger area of sunset. I remember starting this when I wasn't at home. I'm not sure what pencils I used, and it didn't quite blend here as well as I'd hoped, but I still think, I'm still really pleased with it. And the water, I tried to do reflecting some of the colours from the sky into the water, which I think I liked. I feel that horizon line is a bit just stops. I should have thought of something to put there, I don't know. But anyway, I had great fun with that. And I like how bold the flowers are as well. This one was an Posca pen experiment, so I did Posca pen on the outside, but this is all pencil in here, and I wanted to see how it worked. I'm not sure, I think this white line that I left around some of the edge could have been a bit more even, and maybe might have been better in pen. And these bubbles I've left white, which again might have been nicer if I'd used pen. But anyway, that's that. This is the one I did with my niece and nephew. So some of it I've done, some of it they've done. We had lovely fun with that. That was great. Now this one's got silver pencil in it. I wanted to make it look really wintry because it's got this sort of holly in. So I tried to use cold wintry colours in this one and had fun with that. Now I'm not sure what happened with this bird. I'm sure because he's a rainbow. I don't know whether it was a rainbow challenge, but these eggs, they're so bright. I don't really know what I was doing with that, but anyway, it's fun. I'm not sure if we've got any more. Oh, here we go. This was a gel pen experiment. I used fine liners because it was quite fine detail and just wanted to do something really multicoloured, and that was the result of that. I think this might be the last one. So this is our castle door. I had great fun with this. This is done with mainly Derwent light fast pencils and some polychromos, I think. But I always really like this picture, and I think the sort of silver effects that I tried to get here came off really well. And I think that's the last one. I can zoom in a little bit for you to see. So you can see I felt that they look quite silvery. So I was quite happy. I probably could have done with a bit more light around the lanterns, but anyway, I was really happy with how that one came out. Whoops, let's zoom back out, but I think that is the end of everything in this one. Oh no, here we go, a little bonus one at the end. So yeah, that was quite fun. I did that one quite early on. I think it's quite fun because it's quite small. You can sort of get a page done quite quickly. So yes, so that's the end of that one. But I thought it might be fun. It's quite interesting for me to look back and see, you know, how different some of the pictures are to how I might do them now. But I do have another copy of this book, so there's always a chance to do them all again. Okay, well, I hope that was fun for you. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching, and happy colouring.